The atmosphere of the meeting is expected to be pragmatic, focusing on core issues rather than cumbersome formalities.
With different goals and red lines, the negotiations could unfold in one of three main scenarios, each containing specific demands and complex reasons why they might succeed or fail. Scenario 1. This is the most optimistic scenario, in which both leaders demonstrate considerable flexibility to achieve a comprehensive agreement, setting the stage for a complete cessation of the conflict. What would the Russian side demand? Recognition of the new territorial reality. This is the core demand. Russia would want the US and Europe to de facto accept Russia's control over Crimea and the annexed territories in Donbas, Kherson, and Zaporizhia. Next is permanent neutrality for Ukraine. Russia would demand a legally binding commitment that Ukraine will never join NATO or any other military alliance that could harm Russia's security. Finally, the gradual lifting of sanctions. In return for reducing its military presence, Russia would demand a concrete roadmap for lifting economic sanctions, especially those targeting the energy and financial sectors. What would the US side demand? A complete Russian withdrawal. The US, under pressure from Ukraine and European allies, would demand Russia withdraw all troops from Ukrainian territory, returning to the pre-2014 lines. Next is security guarantees for Ukraine. Instead of NATO membership, the US might propose a different security guarantee model for Ukraine with the participation of major powers, including the US, as a defense pact. Finally, accountability and reparations. The US would demand that Russia be held financially responsible for Ukraine's post-war reconstruction and that individuals be tried for war crimes. So could these proposals be accepted by both sides? This scenario is unlikely to happen because it would be very difficult for Russia to renounce territory that has been written into its constitution. This would be a political humiliation and an unacceptable failure for President Putin and all of Russia. The US would also find it difficult to accept a change of borders by force, as it breaks the core principles of international law. A breakthrough might only amount to a ceasefire agreement and a complex roadmap for future negotiations.